Welcome to the VIP Financial Education YouTube channel, where we help you go further, faster financially. I'm your host today, Michael Matthew. Some of you may be familiar with me from previous episodes. I've been a sponsor of this channel for a number of years and a dear friend of Matthew Pillmore's, who we all know and love so much, for even longer than that. Matthew has been on a bit of a hiatus, as a lot of you may know from his previous videos. He and Kellyanne, his fiance, have decided to really follow their recent dream of obviously lots of investing, but they also want to live that kind of high-end RV life. They've been on the road now for well over a month, and I've got lots of really good updates from them. They're doing wonderfully. Unfortunately, they've run into some technical difficulties over the last couple months. As you've noticed, with a lack of content on the channel, those technical difficulties have really been prohibitive in them being able to continue to deliver good content. Mostly connectivity issues. You know, they're in the middle of nowhere in these RV parks, and it's just not something they've got access to all the time. So he and I have been discussing over the last handful of weeks, what can we do to really continue to maintain this amazing channel where there's so much education on here and people just get so much out of it, and obviously continue to stay at the forefront of new content. There are so many amazing things going on out there in the financial world right now. This is possibly the most important time historically for what's going on in the financing world, not just banking, obviously real estate. There's a lot to touch on. So I have agreed to collaborate with Matthew on some content. Obviously, he's doing a lot of the content behind the scenes, but we've discussed me delivering the message and kind of filling in his shoes until he's able to really get back in. Not sure exactly when that's be, but I'm going to quote unquote hold down the fort until then. Those of you that do not know me, I've been on this channel as a sponsor for about 3 or 4 years now with my company, Little Pink Houses of America, which is a real estate investment firm, BizOp. I'm not here to talk about that today. I'm really just here to fill in some of the blanks and connect the dots on what's going on and what's going to be going on with this channel. So I've been a personal, lifelong entrepreneur since I graduated college, and that's just close to 25 years ago if I'm going to date myself. I've started multiple businesses and have grown them, and they're still going successfully today. I've been a real estate investor. I'm very well versed in the banking space. The 3 C's of banking, of course, as we know. I'm going to deliver content that is, we think, relevant. It's going to be at the forefront, and I'm looking forward to sharing this all with you. So just a couple quick updates on Matthew, and I actually spoke to him this morning because we knew we were going to cut this quick intro video, just some of his investments, and I'm always so proud of him because, he really does, he practices what he preaches. He said that he was going to go out there and do this RV lifestyle, and that's exactly what he's doing right now. So like many people on this channel that have these, dreams in their mind, he's actually gone out and is fulfilling his currently. Quick update on his crypto. Just this year alone, he's done $165,000 in profit just off of his crypto investments. Crypto is going to be a hot topic for us that we're going to cover up here in just the upcoming weeks. He also did a 10K startup, 10K out of pocket for a startup in December, and he's now being paid $4,000 a month from that endeavor. So he's obviously already collected his initial seed capital, and now he's in the black. So kudos to him on that. We love what he's doing in the RV world as well. His short-term rental right now, last month cash flowed $13,200. He's got a lot of things going on all fronts. So what's important to know in this, if you want to even call it a transition, again, just as Matthew has always been on this channel for you, I am the same. So I will be your advocate now when we're talking about certain topics, when we are bringing on guest speakers that are talking about their specific niche, whether it's in banking or real estate or whatever forum it happens to be in whatever their specific topic happens to be. We're going to maintain the exact level of integrity. So, in this business, we know that credibility and integrity cannot be compromised, and we will still not do that. That's going to stay status quo, of course. We're going to continue to research, develop, and deliver very relevant content to you. And we're also going to keep up the education. So, of course, we've got some videos where people are coming on and they're talking about maybe their specific model or a way that they can help you kind of move the needle on your own business depending on what you're looking for. But education is the basis for everything that we have done and everything we're going to continue to do. So some of the upcoming topics that I'd like to share with you are going to be some that you're going to be familiar with, but we are going to bring on some brand new faces. experts in their field, and we're going to have some of the same experts on that we've had in the past. So whole life, infinite banking concept, some business opportunities, one in particular that is we're going to be talking about here in the next week or two, that is again that quote unquote side hustle we've talked about. This one requires literally no startup capital whatsoever to get going, and you can make several $1,000s a week doing this in a part-time capacity. Excited to share that. We're going to talk about some obvious cash flow opportunities, debt weapons, of course, credit and protecting and building your credit, banking, real estate. Pink will be something that we'll touch on. We'll give updates on that company as it deems necessary. We're going to be obviously continuing to talk about the Airbnb and the Airbnb boot camp, which has had a phenomenal response, and we've got folks that are making money right out of the gate on that right now. We're going to be introducing a mobile home platform. We're going to be introducing a self-storage platform as well as an RV platform. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going to get into that cryptocurrency, so we're going to dive deeply into that and make sure that all stones are uncovered and that people are really up to speed on that. There's so many nuances and so many moving parts to that these days. You're going to be able to rely on us to really break that down for you, kind of lay out those moving parts, simplify them for you, and let you guys make your own informed decision. Of course, the 3 C's of proper banking and borrowing that I referred to earlier, which are going to be credit, capital, and cash flow. So those things are going to be next relevant topics we're going to be sharing within the next couple weeks. A couple other things that we're going to start implementing. We're going to do a video series, and it's on who should become an entrepreneur, who shouldn't become an entrepreneur. If you choose to become one, what would those next steps look like? How do you set up infrastructure? What type of business model might be the best for you? We're going to cover one of those topics week in and week out. So we think that's going to be really helpful for people that are right now kind of scratching their head. They're seeing multiple opportunities out there. Which one do I get involved in? Am I the right fit to even get involved in that? So we're going to obviously discuss and uncover all of those. We're going to be developing a podcast here. So not only are we going to have our YouTube presence that we're obviously really excited about reinvigorating, but we're also going to have a podcast, and we're going to have collaborations with some of the country's top financial experts. So again, guys, we've got phenomenal content on board. We've got some great new things that we're going to implement here. But as far as the structure of the channel, kind of how we operate, the types of topics that we will be discussing, there's not going to skip a beat from myself to Matthew. Now, hopefully, you don't get tired of looking at me. I'm going to be on here a lot. We're planning on ramping up the videos and delivering a lot of content. So hopefully I'm not hurting your eyes, but that's neither here nor there. I can guarantee you one thing: I'm going to be delivering some excellent content to you. Until the next video, guys, thanks for taking the time today to watch. Make it a great day and take care.